Min Yoongi, better known as Suga from BTS, has always been a man of few words, rarely seen in public, not one to seek attention, and notoriously hard to read. But in recent months, his absence has felt different. He's barely shown up on social media, hasn't attended public events, and hasn't been part of any official agency statements. What used to be normal silence for Yoongi has now turned into a source of growing curiosity. Since completing part of his mandatory military service, Yoongi has chosen to stay out of the spotlight. Many assumed he was focusing on recovery or personal projects. However, as time passed, whispers began to ripple through the fan base. Where is Yoongi heading in life and in his career? The commotion began with an anonymous post on a South Korean online forum. Someone claiming to be close to Yoongi shared a casual story that made thousands of hearts skip a beat. According to the post, Yoongi once casually said something that could change everything. "I'm tired, maybe I should just get married, move to America, and become a producer." It didn't sound like an official statement, but the tone was too personal to ignore, too honest to be brushed off as just a joke. It didn't take long before that single quote spread like wildfire throughout international communities. It was translated, debated, and dissected by thousands of accounts, quickly becoming a trending topic across global social media. Major entertainment outlets, both Korean and international, picked up the story. Many speculated that Yoongi was preparing to settle in the United States. Some linked it to career ambitions in music, while others assumed it was a sign that he was seeking escape from the rigid structure of the K-pop industry. Some media even suggested that Yoongi might have secretly gotten married and was preparing to start a new chapter in Los Angeles as an independent producer. One headline after another emerged, each more dramatic than the last. Suga's secret move to LA, Yoongi's wedding shock, BTS member to leave Korea for good? Suddenly, a single sentence had turned into evidence of a hidden master plan. Fans were divided in their reactions. On one hand, many wholeheartedly supported Yoongi. If he truly wanted to start fresh abroad as an independent producer, they stood by him. They trusted his judgment and believed he deserved to live freely. On the other hand, some fans felt hurt. A portion of the fandom feared what this might mean for BTS's future, especially if one member was beginning to drift away. Others felt a sense of being left behind, as if Yoongi had kept a major secret from those who have supported him for years. Meanwhile, more rumors surfaced to add fuel to the fire. Some claimed that Yoongi had been house hunting in the Santa Monica area, a well-known hotspot for musicians and producers in Los Angeles. Other alleged sources claimed he had already met with several American artists for long-term collaborations. There were even reports that big hit music staff had begun making logistical arrangements for a possible long-term overseas stay. None of these details were ever confirmed, but in the digital age, a rumor can quickly evolve into public fact. Hashtags like hashtag Yoongi married, hashtag producer Yoongi, and hashtag Yoongi in LA began trending across several countries. On Twitter, thousands of threads analyzed flight schedules, fansite activity, and even old Yoongi interactions that seemed to hint at the news. Some fans cried, others laughed. Many were simply confused. But one thing was certain, nobody stayed quiet. The usually calm and private Yoongi had become the center of global attention, all because of a single sentence that may or may not have been serious. Normally, in situations like this, the agency would step in to clarify. But HYBE didn't say a word. Big Hit Music gave no official statements. No clarifications, no denials, no confirmations. Even BTS's official social media accounts remained silent. This silence only added to public suspicion. Many assumed the agency was deliberately letting the rumor grow, or perhaps they genuinely weren't aware of Yoongi's offhand comment that was now dominating headlines. The lack of response made the speculation feel all the more real. Eventually, the truth behind the storm came to light. In an interview with a Korean entertainment outlet, someone who claimed to be a close friend of Yoongi finally spoke up. Yoongi just said that during a casual chat, he was laughing. It wasn't a confession, it wasn't a plan, just a random thought. He was tired and joked about it, the source said. All the chaos, all the media frenzy, all the emotional roller coasters fans had been on, turned out to be sparked by nothing more than a tired musician's light-hearted joke in a private setting. The world laughed. Some felt relieved. Others were slightly embarrassed. But in the world of K-pop, this wasn't the first time something so small had turned into something so huge. And perhaps that's the true charm of Suga. He doesn't need a grand announcement to make headlines. Even his random jokes can shake the internet and leave millions holding their breath.